y'all, we back. Episode 17, the end is nigh. King Neela said, King Cletus, I want your royal guard to marry my son, Alec. Through their marriage, Ethenia and Gregolia will forever be united as an alliance. Upon my son's coronation, I'll step down from the throne, and Jess shall rule beside my son. She shall be the queen of Gregolia. So what do you say? Shall we marry them tonight? King Cletus, you better not. You better not. King Cletus said, you want my royal guard to be your queen? He said, I understand it may seem odd for you Ethenians, but we care little for social ranks when it comes to real talents. My grandfather was not a prince, he was just a lesser noble. He was crowned over the prince because the late king knew he would make Gregolia stronger. But then, I would really love to keep my bloodline on the throne. Royal Guard Jess is exactly what I need, what Gregolia needs. King Cletus said, I see your point, bro, but it's not that simple for me to just release Jess from her duty. We do have rules regarding the Royal Guards. King Neela said, you the king of Ethenia, bro. Embrace your power. I'll give you some time to think about it. We can discuss further at the dinner tonight. He said, of course, King Neelis. King Neela said, I shall retire to my study then. King Cletus said, you'll have your answer tonight. What you mean you'll have your... King Cletus. Yo. Advisor Arthur said, something bothering you, your majesty? King Cletus said, King Neelis wants Jess, Arthur. He said, I've been waiting outside for a while. I heard it all, your majesty. If I'm being completely honest, King Neelis has never been this generous when it comes to offering alliance. One woman in exchange for peace within the 5 kingdoms? King Cletus said, she's not just one woman, Arthur. She's my royal guard. She's been extremely loyal to me, even saved my life during the Green Scarf attack. Arthur said, I may be old, your majesty, but I'm no fool. I know how you feel towards Jess. Look at him blushing, y'all. You gonna hate what I have to say, but as your advisor, I have to be honest. This is concubine Lynette all over again. King Cletus said, no, Arthur, Jess is nothing like concubine Lynette. She's strong-willed. She will not submit to her fate like Lynette did. Arthur said, it's not the point, your majesty. King Neelis wants something, he gets it. That's why Lynette had to die. And Ethenia King does not share his empresses. That's the biggest insult to a king. Fortunately, Royal Guard Jess is not an empress. She's free to marry. King Cletus said, Arthur. Arthur said, unlike Lynette, Jess would actually become the queen of the strongest kingdom. That would not only eliminate Gregolia as a threat, because of your bond with Jess, we will even gain an army, the strongest army in the 5 kingdoms. Arthur. I love her. Arthur said, you're listening to yourself. King Cletus said, I can't help it, Arthur. Arthur said, do you remember what you were taught before you were crowned? What were you taught? We about to flashback or not? Oh. So Arthur said, you're the king of Ethenia. You're supposed to be impartial to your people. You do not grow attached to anyone you rule, as you are the one above them all. And you are to be fair to all your empresses, as they bear your children. King Cletus said, yes, bro, I remember everything. Don't remind me. Arthur said, then you should understand it's your duty to protect Ethenia from harm. I trust you know what you have to do, your majesty. King Cletus said, yes, Arthur, I do. Arthur said, Ethenia is fortunate to have you as her king, your majesty. Only a good king would sacrifice his own desire for his kingdom. King Cletus said, just make the arrangements. Okay. Don't let Jess know about it yet. I like her to have her happiness, even just for a little bit longer. Look at Advisor Arthur. He's shady, y'all, too. I ain't forgot about you and Bianca, Advisor Arthur. I ain't forgot about you. Look at me, y'all. Your graces. Velia said, Royal Guard Jess. Gwen said, Bianca finally got what she deserved. Nice work, Jess. Well, you know, it ain't nothing to a real one. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened when you go up against me. You better learn that. Gwen said, you have no idea how long she's had it coming. Velia said, Gwen, she's still Madame Dolores' sister. Gwen said, so? Right. I'm pretty sure those were tears of joy when she took over the Azure Tiara. Being close with a good person did not make her kind, period. You pretty much grew up serving the queen too, and I don't see you being evil like her. I always judge a person by their actions, not their relations. Period, Gwen. I like her. I like her. Velia said, Gwen, you can't speak ill of the queen in front of a royal guard. Gwen said, what can the queen do to me at this point? It's not like I'll ever get another night attendance for her to sabotage again. I mean... Velia said, Gwen. Hey, girl. Gwen said, fine, girl. I'll shut up. Okay. If I may ask your grace, did the queen sabotage your night attendance like she did with Solana? Gwen said, I wish. I had it way worse. I never cared for night attendants in the first place. But the queen humiliated me and shamed me, and she made sure the whole palace knew. Okay, if it's any consolation, I still ain't heard about it, right? Gwen said it happened way before you came into the palace. Unfortunately, that's not a story I enjoy telling. Velia said, you can trust Jess, Gwen. She's not one of them. Gwen said, I'll trust her when I have a reason to. She might not be one of them, but that don't make her one of us. Ooh! I mean, look, whatever, girl. I don't wish to upset you. Right. It's way too easy to make enemies in this palace, even when I never intended to, right? Gwen looks right into your eyes, trying to examine your sincerity. Gwen said, what are you looking for, Jess? What you mean? Gwen said, ever since you stepped foot in here, things just revolve around you. From a lady in waiting to a royal guard, you brought down a madam, you stood up to the queen. What are you after, Jess? Power, revenge, or something more? Okay, look, I'm just trying to do what's right, sis. Just trying to do what's right around here, because y'all crazy. I don't tolerate unfairness. It was never meant to be personal. I just look at the facts, not the people. And it was never my intention to draw this much attention on myself. Gwen said, I see what you mean. Life in the palace is never fair, and you always have to make a choice. I never asked for any of these, you know? Velia said, Gwen never wanted to be an empress. She intentionally came to the draft in a simple white dress, hoping she wouldn't get picked. But His Majesty liked it, said she looked like a porcelain doll. Gwen said, I never wanted to be the king's favorite toy doll. But I'm not here to tell you my life story. Velia said, you can trust Jess, Gwen. She's one of the very few honest people in the palace. Gwen said, fine. I was picked for night attendants very often. Every time the king grew tired of Bianca's blue hair or Madame Raquel's olive skin, he would go for the porcelain doll. I said most of the empresses would cherish the opportunity, Your Grace, even concubine Solana. Gwen said, that's because they want something, Jess. Bearing a child, whether it's a prince or a princess, guarantees a high social status for the house they hail. Especially for a lesser noble like concubine Solana, night attendants must be quite crucial. But my house was wealthy, even though not high in status like House Salvador. We were happy with what we had. I enjoyed my freedom. I wanted to marry out of my own free will. Velia said, I never asked for this either. I would have served Her Majesty until the end, if it wasn't for that night. Okay, my bad, y'all. Y'all really didn't want this. Gwen said, losing my freedom wasn't even the worst. I didn't want to lick the queen's shoes or be her pawn. I just kept to myself to do my night attendance. And that made me a threat she had to deal with. Okay, you said she sabotaged your night attendance. Gwen said, you must be thinking, I never cared for night attendants. Why the hatred, right? I mean, yeah. She said, I don't hate the queen for sabotaging my night attendants or keeping me off the king. I hate her because she shamed me in the worst possible way. What'd she do? Maybe I can help. Gwen said, I appreciate you saying that, but there's nothing you can do. It's one of those nights I was picked for night attendants again. She knew I was going to be picked, so she put knot blossom in my dinner. What's knot blossom? Velia said, it's the herb we use for constipation. Oh my God. Yo. Gwen said, you could guess the rest. I went from white porcelain doll to that. The whole palace knew about it by the morning. The queen made sure of that. That's crazy. How could she get away with that? Velia said, the queen always finds a way to have others do it for her. His Majesty punished the cook. That was it. Gwen said, needless to say, I was never picked for night attendants again. I couldn't care less, but I never deserved to be insulted like that. Okay, she'll pay for that, girl. I promise you. Gwen said, there's nothing time can't heal. The rumors died down long ago. I'll never be free from this shackle, but I try my best to find peace within. Velia said, I'll never have children again, so I'm not a threat to the queen anymore as well. That's why we stay together, Jess. We find solace in each other. Okay, maybe I can do something. No one deserves to live like that. Gwen said, ain't nothing you can do for us, girl. The queen don't care about us no more, and I'm fine with that. That's crazy. Put laxatives in your food? That's crazy. Right when you about to bust down? That's wild. Okay, here's the Taylor. Excuse me, Your Graces. Advisor Arthur tasked me with preparing Royal Guard Jess for tonight's dinner with King Neelis. Okay, I gotta go, y'all. Velia said, we won't keep you. Alright, thank y'all for talking to me. Don't hesitate to send for me if I could be of any assistance. Look, I got your back, you know? Okay, y'all, what y'all need me for? The assistant Taylor said, here we are. What's up? What's this preparation? As a royal guard, I'm just gonna be standing guard during dinner anyway. How do I even prepare for that? Right. The tailor said, you have to dress up and look your best tonight. Advisor Arthur made sure we understood that. We'll start with your attire, then we'll do your hair. Okay, since when does Advisor Arthur care about how I look? Right. She said Advisor Arthur only answers to His Majesty, so this must be what His Majesty wants. Okay, the king want to force me into a pretty dress again, right? Not like I have a choice in the matter. Okay, just one dinner, right? Let's get it over with. Taylor said, please follow me, Jess. Okay, what kind of dresses? Look at these dresses. What is all this pinkness? These better not be the dresses I got to choose from. Look at her laughing. She said, aren't they gorgeous? Girl, what y'all thinking? Why are they all pink? If I had to choose from 3, couldn't they at least be different colors, right? The assistant tailor said, it's necessary. Pink is the color of merriness. Pink is the color of merriness. It's a nice dinner with King Nicholas. His Majesty probably wants you to look cheery. The tailor said, yes, Jess, that must be it. You look so beautiful in any of these dresses. Try them on. Girl, whatever. The low key. Okay, that's kind of cute. Let's look at the other one. This one. Okay, I don't like the bottom of that. That's ugly. The pink sequin dress. I guess this is kind of cute. I guess we'll wear this. I don't like it. I don't like none of them, but but we can do this one. Hey, girl, quit gushing. Stop. The tailor said, you look so beautiful, Jess. Hey, girl, shut up. What's next? She said, we'll do your hair now. The assistant tailor said, come, I'll make sure your hair doesn't cover up those beautiful earrings. Okay. Look at my shoes. This is disgusting. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go with my diva curl. Yeah, because this is my hairstyle. I like this. This look good. I don't really see the point of dressing up as a royal guard, especially in pink. That's crazy. The assistant tailor said, we done here. You can head to the dining hall now. Dinner should be starting soon. Okay, thank you, I guess. She said it's our duty. Girl, move. This is crazy. Look at Tank Top and Charles. As you enter the grand dining hall, Royal Guard Charles's angry glare catches your eyes almost immediately. There's a deadness, a stillness in his eyes, and you can feel the extent of his grudge towards you. I don't care about that. Suck it, eunuch. I won. Right. Didn't they chop off? Okay, hold on. My bad. How's the wound, boo? I'm surprised you can walk already. Right. Charles said, I'm not a weak woman like you. I actually trained to be a royal guard. Okay, whatever. Hey, Tank Top. What's up? How you living? Charles said, don't think you can escape me just like that, wench. Wherever you go, I'll always get my revenge. Okay, shut up. Do it look like I'm running, right? She said, if you think I'm stupid enough to take you out right in front of His Majesty, then you might just make it easy enough for me. Okay, I ain't going nowhere. Bring it on, period. He said, going nowhere? You haven't heard. Heard about what? He said, you dressing like this and you ain't got no idea what it means. Okay, Advisor Arthur had me put on this attire to look cheery. So what? I bet I can still take you on wearing this. Josh is right by my side. I ain't scared of you, period. Oh, Lord. Charles said, you have no idea still, girl. This should be good. Look at the tank top. No idea about what? Charles said, why don't you find that out yourself, you dumb skank? Oh, I got your skank. I'm gonna drop kick you again. Josh said, what did Advisor Arthur have you wear, Jess? I said, some pink dress and some jewelry. They even did my hair. Josh said, pink dress. Yeah, the tailor's at the supply quarter. You stop talking as the rulers of the 2 kingdoms start entering the grand dining hall. Look at King Cletus, y'all. King Cletus. Y'all, I don't know if I want to do the romance option with King Cletus, because he moving funny. He moving real funny. Smitten by your beauty, King Cletus is rendered speechless. Completely lost in the moment, the Athenian king is just standing there, unable to take his eyes off you. Okay, this ain't awkward at all, right? Queen Mara catches on to that quickly. The jealousy in her eyes speaks volumes. Girl, Mara said, should we proceed to the dining table, Your Majesty? Look at him, y'all. He said, of course, my queen. Please follow me, King Neelis. Look at King Neelis. King Neelis seems quite pleased to see you in your attire. After a satisfied smile, he turns his attention back to King Cletus. He said, after you, King Cletus. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. As King Cletus passes by you, you catch him sneaking a peek at you from the corner of his eyes. You can still feel his deep admiration towards you. But the way he's looking at you, you can actually sense the immense guilt in his eyes. Y'all, what was that about? Dinner is served as the rulers get themselves seated at the dining table. Y'all. King Cletus said, thank you for joining us for dinner, King Neelis. King Neelis said, shouldn't Lady Jess be joining us at the table? What y'all mean, Lady Jess? Mara said, Jess is currently a royal guard, so it's still her duty to stand guard. King Cletus said, we'll discuss further after dinner, King Neelis. As you can see, my royal guard is dressed up and ready. It's happening tonight, no matter what. King Neelis said, she looks lovely indeed. Such strength, beauty, and determination in a woman. My son is a lucky man. So is Gregolia. Alex said, what y'all talking about? King Neelis said, let's start eating. I'm in a good mood tonight. Look at me, y'all. Tank Top, say something. Okay, y'all, what the hell going on here? Hello? As baffled as you are, there's nothing you can do but watch the rulers enjoy their meal. King Cletus is seemingly focused on mingling with the Gregolians without giving you another look. King Neelis is awfully ecstatic. It's actually very unsettling, seeing him this happy while knowing it has something to do with you. Prince Alec is just as uncomfortable. Look at his eyes, y'all. He's just as uncomfortable as you are right now, except that he seems to have a better idea of what's going on. Okay, somebody knows something, y'all. Judging by his facial expression, this can't be good. After what seemed like an eternity, the rulers are finally done eating. King Neelis said, we ready to do this, bro? I think my son ready for his queen. Alex said, Father, are you saying? He said, yes, my son. I found you the perfect wife. I believe King Cletus has agreed to my proposal. Alex said, what? I'm about to marry Jess tonight. That's why she your wedding attire. What? Right. King Neelis' words hit you like a ton of bricks. Got me cross-eyed again, y'all. That's crazy. Your heart races wildly and you start to feel breathless. Is this what I was being prepared for, y'all? The king marrying me to Prince Alec? Your hands tremble as you try not to scream in despair. Even with your mind completely preoccupied, you still notice Tank Top giving a slight twitch after hearing to King Neelis' words. However, he switches back to his emotionless expression within an instant. Look at Charles, y'all. Charles said, congratulations, Lady Jess. Oh, no, that ain't happening. I ain't doing nothing. That's crazy. King Cletus said, actually, Royal Guard Jess is not marrying Prince Alec tonight, King Neelis. She's marrying me tonight, and she's no longer Royal Guard Jess. She's crowned concubine Jess, and she is my empress. Hello? Yo. What is going on here? Maddened and humiliated by King Cletus' unexpected decision, King Neelis bolts up and glares at King Cletus. Look at him. Word by word, King Neelis starts talking in a cold tone. He said, you sure this how you want to do it, bro? I'm rarely this generous. Mara said, Your Majesty, you can't just simply promote a royal guard to crown concubine like that. Jess is not a noble, nor has she served a single night attendance. King Cletus said, like King Neelis said, I'm the king of Ethenia, and I should embrace my power. Well, Jess is mine, and I'm making her an empress tonight. I'm honored to have King Neelis as our witness to this marriage. King Neelis said, I thought that honor only applied to Athenian queens. King Cletus said, well, since you spoke so highly of concubine Jess, I thought I'd make an exception for her. Look at them standing off, y'all. Y'all about to fight over me in the most twisted way? Why can't y'all just leave me be so I can find my way home, right? Okay, I should say something. Hold on. Y'all, I'm storming out. Forget y'all. Forget all y'all. I can't even do nothing like this. Screw being a queen. Screw being an empress, right? Screw y'all. Sick of this. It's crazy. Run, Jess. Prince Alex said, screw us all. What does that even mean? Maria said, probably just some Athenian curse word. Mara said, I have no idea what that harpy was shouting either. Girl, I got your harpy. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. King Cletus, I got something for you, bro. And you, King Neelis. The grand dining hall falls into awkward silence as King Neelis and King Cletus glare at each other. Alex said, I think it's time we go to our chambers, bro. King Neelis said, there is nothing left for us here, Alec. Thank you for your hospitality, King Cletus. Unfortunately, it's time for us to head back to Gregolia. King Cletus said, of course, bro. Tank Top, show our guests to their carriage. Hurry up. Josh said, yes, your majesty. Yeah. King Neelis gives King Cletus one last prolonged, vengeful look and exits the grand dining hall with Prince Alec and Princess Maria. Hurry, don't let the doorknob hit you, look. Bye. Okay, why did that have to happen, y'all? I was getting that much closer to finding my way home. And now I lost my access to the relic chamber. King Cletus said, Jess. Ooh. Why you? I know you ain't mad. Y'all. King Cletus said, look, I know you're not happy with this. Okay, that's an understatement, right? You better fix that frown, King Cletus. I'm sick of you. He said, I just want you to know, this does not make you one of them. Okay, does it matter? I'm one of your empresses now. Crown concubine, right? Just like the rest of them. He said, that's the highest rank I can give you, given you're not a highborn, Jess. King Cletus' clueless response is not helping at all, right? Extremely frustrated, all you want to do right now is unleash your wrath at him. Bro, it's not about the ranks. Don't you understand? I never wanted this. I never want any of this. How could you do this to me? You know I don't want to be no empress. You knew. That's why you kept me in the dark. You and everybody else. No more formal addressing. No more sugarcoating. You just lash out on him like a rain of fire. Look at him stressed, y'all. He said, you're right. I wanted you to have your last moment of happiness. I understand you like your freedom, and you think being an empress makes you look weak. But it's not so bad, Jess. You have your own chamber now. I'll give your house a title. You'll have power and wealth. I'll make sure the Holy Thania knows how much you mean to me. Bro, I was fine being who I was. I ain't need no power or wealth, right? I'm not just on property for anybody to claim. And I'm definitely not here to be your baby maker. King Neelis wanted me? Fine. You could have rejected him without making me an empress. I could have stayed in Athenia either way. He said I had to make a stand against King Neelis, Jess. A simple rejection would not suffice. I said, King Neelis is left for Gregolia. You can undo this now. Please turn me back into a royal guard. I must be a royal guard. I can't be anything else. He said, I can't make a chop and change like that, Jess. People place their trust in me, so I have to follow through in all the decisions I made. Okay, then I gotta find a way to steal that journal from the relic chamber, y'all. What was I even thinking? Growing attached to the king of Athenia, you're right. I'm just one of those women he expected to soothe. Just by offering power, wealth, and a fancy empress rank. I don't belong here. I never did. There's nothing for me to stay here for. King Cletus said, Jess, I can't undo this. You're my crown concubine now, whether you like it or not. That's crazy. That is crazy. What's next, your majesty? Do I serve you in bed like the rest of them? Right. He said, I would never force that upon you, Jess. I respect you too much for that. You don't have to do night attendance until you're ready. Okay, like I'll ever consider doing night attendance, right? Okay. Oh, y'all. Man. Y'all, I don't like King Cletus. I really don't. I really, really don't. But I'm reading these comments from Baby Girl. Baby Girl, this is just for you. This is just for you that I'm going to choose the King Cletus option. Okay, we picking King Cletus, y'all. Just the empress to you after all. You talk like I'm one of your empresses, wanted to do a night attendance. King Cletus said, no, Jess, that's not how I see you. Okay, you said I didn't have to do night attendance until I was ready. Guess what, your majesty? I'll never be ready to serve you in bed like that. You want to force the title on me? Force me into a pretty dress? Fine. But I refuse to be one of your bed warmers. He said, Jess, stop saying that. You're the only woman who can make my heart flutter. I've never wanted to protect anyone this badly. Give me time, Jess. I'll prove it to you. Okay, you forced me into something I hated just to piss off King Neelix. Right. Okay, y'all, I'm getting that journal. I'm leaving this world as soon as I can, period. There's nothing left for me here. Not anymore. Okay, good night, Your Majesty. Yo, did I pick the King's leader's option? Because I didn't think that's how that was going to go, but okay. Oh, hey, Tank Top. What's up? Josh said, what brings you to the relic chamber, Your Grace? Okay, really, Josh, Your Grace. He said, you're not a royal guard anymore. I have to address you formally, Your Grace. Tank Top, please. Please. Let me in the relic chamber, Josh. He said, you know I can't do that, Your Grace. Bro, I need to go home, please. Just let me borrow Wade's journal. I'll return it after I figure everything out. The royal guard ponders, struggling to make a decision. After a while, he lets out a sigh. He said, you're not allowed to enter the relic chamber. I'll go in and fetch the journal, but you need to promise me one thing. Okay, what's up? He said, you must be honest with His Majesty before you go. No tricks, no lies. His Majesty has done so much for you. He deserves the truth at least. Okay, fine. You got my word. I'll tell him everything before I leave. He said, wait here. I'll go get you the journal. Okay, hurry up, Tank Top. Yo, this King Cletus storyline better be worth it, I promise you. Give me this journal, Tank Top. Thank you, Josh. You've been a good friend. He said, good luck, Jess. Okay, bye, Tank Top. Y'all, Tank Top, I really wanted to choose you, Tank Top. Baby girl said no. Baby girl said no. Meanwhile, at the border of Ethania. Okay, look at them y'all fighting. King Neelix said, King Cletus was holding on to that Night Raven just to humiliate me. I'll not let that pass. Prince Alex said, I think King Cletus actually adores Jess. He was just being protective of the woman he cares for, Father. As far as I know, Jess has no interest in marrying me either. King Neelix said, a king don't marry for love, stupid. You marry a queen who makes Grigolia stronger. We all know no one denies me of what I want. He's well aware of how much I wanted that Night Raven. And he'd rather have her as a lowly concubine just to spite me. Bro, calm down. King Cletus is naive to think that can stop me. I'll get that Night Raven and ravish her myself until she can't walk. Oh my god. Then I'll dump her back to Ethania just to show King Cletus. Not just King Cletus, I'll show everybody. What happens when you stand against the King of Grigolia? That's crazy. Go get your sister. We should get a move on. Prince Alex said, yes, Father. Oh my god. The courier said, my lord has a message for you, Your Majesty. Who that? Hello? Come on, sweater vest. Look. He said, apologies for the disturbance, Your Majesty. My lord wishes to speak with you. King Neelix said, I ain't got no interest in meeting some Ethanian lord. Get out of my face while I chop your limbs off for getting in my way, right? The courier said, please, Your Majesty. My lord believes he can be of service to Your Majesty. The courier takes out a piece of paper and hands it to King Neelix. King Neelix said, what is this, a contract? He said, yes, Your Majesty. This is our contract with the Green Scarves. My lord offered the Green Scarves 50,000 golds to assassinate King Cletus and Madame Dolores. They successfully took out Madame Dolores, but King Cletus survived, and the royal guards wiped out the Green Scarves. So my lord is looking for a different approach now. King Neelix said, I heard about the Green Scarf attacking Ethania. Your lord was the person behind that? Who your lord? 2 contracts were signed when my lord made the offer. This is our contract that the Green Scarf leader signed. The Green Scarves kept the contract that my lord signed. Okay, who is your lord? Right. He said, my lord prefers to remain anonymous until Your Majesty agrees to meet with him. I would be honored to lead you to him, Your Majesty. King Neelix said, fine, lead the way. I'm interested in meeting the man who is capable of paying the Green Scarves to kill a king. Right. Who is it?